So hi there everyone, good morning. Our topic is all about configure EtherChannel. Objectives: configure basic switch settings. Part 2, configure an EtherChannel with Cisco PAGP. Part 3, configure an 802.3 AD LACP EtherChannel. And Part 4, configure a redundant EtherChannel link. The background: 3 switches have just been installed. There are redundant uplinks between the switches as configured. Only one of these links can be used, otherwise a bridging loop might occur. However, using only one link utilizes only half of the available bandwidth. EtherChannel allows up to 8 redundant links to be bundled together into one logical link. In this lab, you will configure Port Aggregation Protocol or PAGP, a Cisco EtherChannel protocol, and a Link Aggregation Control Protocol or LACP, and an IEEE 802.3 AD Open Standard version of the EtherChannel. Before beginning of the configuration, review the EtherChannel configuration guidelines and restriction listed at the end of this activity. So, here are the EtherChannel configuration guidelines and restriction. So, then let's go back. So as we can see, there are port channel table here. So we're going to create 3 channel group, 1, 2, 3, and here are the ports, the protocol, and the protocol. So instructions: Part 1, configure basic switch settings. Assign each switch a host name according to topology diagram. So we're going to assign each S1, enable, configure terminal, host name S1, then S2, CLI, enable, configure terminal, host name S2, then switch 3, enable, configure terminal, host name S3. Before the beginning link aggregation between switches, verify the existing configuration of the ports that connect the switches to ensure that the ports will successfully join the EtherChannel. Commands that provide information about the state of the which ports include. So these are the show command. Show interfaces include Ethernet, show interfaces status, show interfaces trunk. So we're going to S1. We're going to exit this global configuration so that we can proceed to show interfaces. Exit. Show interfaces. Include Ethernet. So here are the port details. Then show interface status. So you can see the duplex and the speed. So we're going to show interface trunk. As we can see, this trunk is not configured. Okay. Configure all the ports that are required for EtherChannel as static trunk ports. Note: if the ports are configured with DTP dynamic auto mode and do not set the mode of the ports to trunk, the links do not form trunks and remain access ports. The default mode on a 2960 switch is for DTP to be enabled and set to dynamic auto. DTP can be disabled on interfaces with the switch port non-negotiate command. So we're going to configure all the ports as static trunk, and here we can see the ports we use in switch 1: G0/1, G0/2, F0/21, and F0/22. So we will go to this range so we can give the command. Okay, we go to S1, configure terminal interface range FA 0/21-22 and gigabit 0/1-2. Then switch port mode trunk. So let's go to switch 2. So before, we can see here the port, the G0/1, G0/2, F0/23, and F0/24. So interface range FA 0/23-24 gigabit 0/1-2. Then switch port mode trunk. Now we will go to S3. But before that, here are the ports that we use: F0/21, F0/22, F0/23, and F0/24. Interface range FA 0/21-24. Then switch port mode trunk. And we can verify this configuration. We will verify in any of the switch using this interface trunk command. So we will go to S1, show interface trunk, so these are the port details. The port FA 0/21, FA 0/22, gigabit 0/1, gigabit 0/2. The mode is on. Encapsulation 802.LKQ. Status is trunking Navilyn 1. Navilyns allowed on track. VLANs allowed and active in management domain, and VLANs in spanning tree forwarding state are not cloned. Now we will go to part 2. Configure an EtherChannel with Cisco PAGP. Note, when configuring EtherChannel, it is recommended to shut down the physical ports being grouped on both devices before configuring them into channel groups. Otherwise, EtherChannel misconfig guard may place these ports into ERR disabled state. The ports and port channels can be enabled after EtherChannel is configured. Step 1. Configure port channel 1. A. The first EtherChannel that is created for this activity aggregates ports F0/21 and F0/22 between S1 and S3. Configure the ports on both switches as static trunk ports. So we're going to configure these ports between S1 and S3. So here we can see the port channel PAGP. So it says here that configure the ports on both switches as static trunk ports. So actually we done that previously itself. We configure all the ports, all the connected port as static trunks, right? The next is B. Show interfaces trunk command to ensure that you have an active trunk link for those two links and the native VLAN on both links is the same. So here are the show commands. Show interfaces trunk. Yeah. So we go to S1 so that we can verify that. So the F0/21, F0/22, these are the mode, on, and encapsulation, status, ranking, native VLAN. Here are the details. Now we'll go to C. On S1 and S3, add ports F0/121 and F0/22 to port channel 1 with the channel group 1 mode desirable command. The mode desirable option enables the switch to actively negotiate and form a PAGP link. Note, interfaces must be shut down before adding them to the channel group. So we can see the commands in S1 and S3. So we will do that on both switches. We will go to S1 and we will do that configuration. The message creating a port channel interface port channel 1 should appear in both switches with channel group is configured. This interface designation will appear as port 1 in command output. First, we'll go to S1. Configure terminal. Configure terminal. Interface range FA 0/21-22. Then shut down. Now we have to create this channel group and set the mode to desirable. Channel group 1 mode desirable. Okay, so we can see creating a port channel interface port channel 1. Now we will go. Now we will give the no shutdown command. Now we'll go to S3, enable, configure terminal, interface range FA0/21-22 shutdown enable, configure terminal, interface range FA0/21-22 shutdown. We will give channel group 1 mode desirable. So as you can see, we're creating a port channel interface for channel 1. And then we're going to give a no shutdown command. The message creating a port channel interface port channel 1 should appear on both switches when the channel group is configured. This interface designation will appear as port 1 in command output. So we can verify that. To D. Configure the logical interface to become a trunk by first entering the interface port channel number command and then the switch port mode trunk command. Add this configuration to both switches. So these are the commands. So we'll go to S1. We're going to exit it first, and then interface port channel 1 and switch port mode trunk. Then we go to S3. We're going to exit first. Interface port channel 1 and switch port mode trunk. So, step 2. Verify port channel 1 status. Issue the show EtherChannel summary command on S1 and S3 to verify that the EtherChannel is working on both switches. This command displays the type of EtherChannel the ports utilize in the port states. Command output is shown for S1. So we're going to use the show commands to show the EtherChannel summary. Going to S1. EtherChannel summary, and here we can see the details. Here are the details. Also, we will verify in S3 and show EtherChannel summary. So here are the details. The D down, H stand alone, I stand alone, H hat standby, R layer 3, number of channel groups in use 1, number of elevators 1, group 1, port channel protocol PAGP, and ports FA0/21 and FA0/22. So proceed. B. If the EtherChannel does not come up, shut down the physical interface of both ends of the show and EtherChannel and then bring them back up again. The show interface is trunk and show spanning tree command should show the port channel as one logical link. So let's verify this.
Ay man mo gipasa ko Andre.
Show interface trunk. So we can see the S1 show interface trunk, the port, the mode on, the encapsulation 802.1Q, status trunking, and native VLAN 1. VLANs allowed on trunk. So let's go to part 3. Configuration on 802.3 AD LACP EtherChannel. Configure port channel 2. In 2000, the IEEE released 802.3 AD, which is an open standard version of an EtherChannel. It is commonly referred to as LACP using the previous commands. Configure the link between S1 and S2 using port GA1 and GA2 as an LACP EtherChannel. You must use a different port channel number on S1 than 1 because you already used that in the previous step. To configure port channel 2 as LACP, use the interface configuration mode channel group to mode active command. Active mode indicates that the switch actively tries to negotiate that link as LACP as opposed to PAGP. The configuration of S1 is shown below. So interface range gigabit 01/2, shutdown command, channel group 2 mode active, no shutdown, interface port channel 2 and switch port mode trunk. Supports G0/1, G0/2, F0/22 and F0/22. So we will do this configuration. We'll go to S1. configure terminal. Interface range G0/1-2, then shut down. Set the channel group to mode active. Then we're gonna see this, like creating a port channel interface port channel 2. Then no shutdown. In interface port channel 2, switch port
PRN ba?
mode trunk.
Ang cellphone mo rin.
Now the same command to S2. Enable configure terminal. Interface range G0/1-2, shut down. Channel group mode to move group to mode active. Then you can see creating a port channel interface port channel 2. No shutdown. Then you need to exit first. Interface port channel 2. Then you can switch port mode trunk. Okay, so we're going back to step 2. Verify port channel 2 status. Use the show commands from part 1 step 2 to verify the status of port channel 2. Look for the protocol used by each port. Okay, we can verify that in S1. And first, then show EtherChannel summary. So here are the LACP group 2. Also we can verify the Also, we can verify the show interface trunk. So here we can see the port channel 2, status trunking, and Navilyn 1. The same we can verify in S2 and show EtherChannel summary. So we can see the port channel, group 2, the LACP, the ports, the gigabit 0/1, gigabit 0/2. Also, we can verify the show interface trunk. Here we can see the port 2, status trunking, and native VLAN 1. So we go to Part 4, configure redundant EtherChannel link. Step 1, configure port channel 3. There are various options for the channel group number mode command. Their interface range F0/23-24. The channel group 3 mode with question mark. Inactive, auto, desirable, on, and passive. Okay, so on switch to add ports F0/23 and F0/24 to port channel 3 with the channel group 3 mode passive command. The passive option indicates that you want the switch to use LACP only if another LACP device is detected. Statically configure port channel 3 as a trunk interface. So these are the commands: interface range, shutdown, the channel group 3 mode passive, no shutdown interface for channel 3, and switch 4 mode trunk. Okay, so we'll go to switch to for configuration. Configure terminal, interface FA0/23-24. Then we have to shut down and create a channel group 3 mode is passive. Then we have done no shutdown, no shutdown. Then we will exit interface interface for channel 3. So here's the video terminal. Let's go to B. On S3, add ports F023 and F024 to port channel 3 with channel group 3 mode active command. The active option indicates that you want the switch to use LACP unconditionally statically configure port channel 3 as a trunk interface. to S3. So just write the command here. And now let's go to step 2. Verify port channel 3 status. Use the show commands from part 1, step 2 to verify the status of port channel 3. Look for the protocol used by each port. Okay. Now we'll go to S3. We will verify it. We will end it first. Then show EtherChannel summary. Here we can see the group 3, the protocol, the port channel, the protocol,